Good evening. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Right, so as many of you know, over the last few days, with the escalating issue with Russia and the Ukraine, I thought it would be quite fitting to do a presentation on a time not that long ago when our two nations were a lot more friendly to one another. On the 22nd of June 1941, as many of you know, Nazi Germany broke its pact with the Soviet Union and promptly invaded her. This, of course, was due to the fact that Nazi Germany cancelled their plans to invade our coastline, our nation, when it was clear that the Battle of Britain and the Luftwaffe gaining air supremacy over Britain was going to be unsuccessful. Taken much by surprise and extremely unprepared, the Soviet Union was in dire need of support. Despite Churchill and Stalin's personal political differences, a decision was soon made to transport British arms to her new ally, the USSR. The closest port in the Arctic, however, Murmansk, was the only port capable of receiving such supplies and was situated in reach of fascist Finland, an often forgotten but very potent Axis nation of the Second World War. To help strengthen Murmansk's defences and to aid in the training of Soviet air crews, the newly received British Hurricane fighter, the British government decided to act out Operation Benedict, a way in which to transport RAF fighter crews to the Soviet Union to not only train Soviet crews but to help to strengthen the new relationship between the two nations. As part of the operation, 30 British pilots and around 500 engineers, technicians, operators, translators, medics and other specialists in assorted fields were formed into the number 151st Wing Unit of the Royal Air Force. The majority of the British force arrived in the USSR with the first convoy on August 31st, 1941. With them they brought 15 disassembled Hurricanes and a further 24 flight-worthy aircraft aboard the aircraft carrier, the HMS Argus, an extremely interesting vessel that served in the Royal Navy from 1918 to 1944. She was originally laid down as an ocean liner in a very similar design to that of the Titanic sisters. However, during after the outbreak of the Great War, she was quickly transferred to military requirements. The Allies were greeted with a welcome fit for a royal reception, with the best possible food served at dinner, at least under the conditions. However, it was no holiday for the British. They hosted daily training sessions with the Soviet pilots. The British themselves were amazed at the Russians' bravery, especially their fearlessness in going out to missions irrespective of the weather. The RAF, however, weren't just there to train Soviet air crews, though. At the start of September 1941, Hurricanes of the 151st Wing would take to the skies and engage German and Finnish aircraft. As a result of losing 15 planes to the aforementioned 151st Wing, the Luftwaffe was forced to reduce activity in the region. Here you see a Finnish Bf-109. In November of 1941, the mission of the 151st Wing in the Russian Arctic came to an end, and as the British sailed back home to England, they were escorted by a regiment of Hurricanes, bearing the Red Star insignia of the USSR. Quite a different time with our Russian allies there. We would go on to fight alongside the Russians in infantry in Persia, what is now Iran, in 1941. Thank you. Any questions?
Hi folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. Finally, I'd like to say a huge thanks to all of the History Project sponsors. Without your continued support, none of the good work we do would even be possible, so thank you.